So this is sort of my other part of my driving video. If you're interested in games, you're probably only watching this one. There's not that many of my viewers who are interested in both, like my regular stuff and this, but, well, maybe some of you. By the way, my phone is dinging like crazy. Miss Alachia just got internet today or yesterday, so she's currently like posting comments on all my videos on YouTube, and I get email notifications. So like I've had 3 email notifications about commenting from Alachia just in the last like 10 minutes. Okay, so if you hear it dinging, it's probably her. Anyway, so I got Elder Scrolls along with, you know, the rest of the world, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I got it on release, no, I got it on the Sunday after it was released. Saturday, yeah. I really want to love this game. I know everyone loves this game. I really want to love it. I want to. It's beautiful. The graphics are absolutely gorgeous. Spell animations are absolutely spectacular. But I am really struggling with liking this game. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. My sons need answering. There are so many things that really, really irritate me about Skyrim. There really are. The controls, there she goes again. The controls are incredibly clunky. A lot like Fallout was clunky, but the controls are, if you played Fallout 3, they're pretty much identical to Fallout 3, but you really, really, really notice, and I'm playing for PC, by the way, you really, really notice the issues with the menus and the controls a lot more in Skyrim than you did in Fallout, because of the fact that you have different things that you can do during combat. Like you have a billion spells that you can choose from during combat, and you have, and I realize that you can hotkey those up to 10 of them, I believe, in your favorite spar, but you actually run out of space for that quite quickly, because you know, you have options of using melee weapons, you have options of healing, you have options of drinking potions, you have options of all these different spells, and they're not clickable on your screen at all. You can only use whatever's in your left or right hand at any given time, and that's a left and right click button, and then you can use hotkeys to switch what you hold in your hand, basically. So I find that incredibly frustrating. I find it really, really frustrating that I can't look at my screen and see what my selections are for spells at any given time. So yeah, I really find that frustrating. The other things that I find really frustrating are crafting. There's a lot of cool stuff to craft. There's a lot of neat stuff to craft, but the menus for it are incredibly clunky. So these are all issues that I have with the mechanics of the game. I also find it really frustrating. There's no auto-targeting, which is fine. I don't mind there not being auto-targeting. But like in Mass Effect 2, there is a crosshair for where you are targeting, and there's no such thing here in Skyrim, at least not that I know of. If you're sneaking, you can sort of guess where straight ahead of you is by the little eye that's on the screen, but overall, you have to sort of guess that you're targeting in the right place. I love, actually, that there's a lot to do. I love all the quests. The story is great. And the graphics are beautiful. I hate the way every single one of my characters looks. I can't stand it. I don't like the look of any of them. They're customizable, but none of them are pretty. I really just find it clunky, incredibly clunky. And when you've recently played a like super polished game like Mass Effect 2 or Dragon Age, you really, really notice the clunkiness compared to, you know, what you were playing before. You really do. Well, I do anyway. And the other thing that I find really difficult to get past is that in Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age, the personalities of the characters is way, way, way more developed. They have, you know, what seems to me like real characters. None of the NPCs in Skyrim are fleshed out characters to me with dimension, while most of the characters in Mass Effect and Dragon Age have a lot of dimension. So I miss that. But I really, really, really want to like the game. I really do. I feel sort of halfway guilty for not liking it, and for not, it's kind of like I really, really, really wanted to like Final Fantasy, the MMO 14, whatever. I really wanted to like that too. I loved so many things about it, but it was too clunky for me as well. And I'm having a really hard time getting past the clunkiness of Skyrim. And I think I may end up playing through Mass Effect 2 to finish again, and maybe Dragon Age before Star Wars The Old Republic comes out, rather than continuing on in Skyrim. I really do. But I feel terrible giving up on a game that so many people love. But it's supposed to be a game, right? It's supposed to be fun. And I find my little irritations are... my little irritations make it difficult for me to love it, to tell you the truth. My oldest son loves it. He's playing on Xbox. My husband loves it. He's playing on PC. He has the same issues as me with the controls and stuff, but to him it's not enough to cause him to not like the game. Put it that way. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overly picky. I don't know, but I'd almost rather play an FPS, you know, campaign through on my PC rather than this, which is really upsetting because I really wanted to love it. So anyway, that's my sort of review of Skyrim, or my thoughts on Skyrim, how I feel about Skyrim. And it makes me sad, and I feel like I must be terrible because I don't want to play it. But that's all there is to it. As a point of reference, for those of you who don't know me, I've played games forever. I played Myst when it first came out. I played Baldur's Gate. I played Project Gotham on Xbox. I played World of Warcraft for 6 years, pretty much straight. Yeah, obviously you've heard me talk about Dragon Age and Mass Effect 2. I played Fallout 3. Fallout 3, I had the same issues with the controls, but they didn't seem as irritating because, you know, there really wasn't that much crafting involved. You know, it was just, actually, there really wasn't, where am I? I've been talking the whole time and I have no idea where I am. Okay, I see. Okay. I'm on my way to a post office, but I just, for a second there, I didn't know if I'd miss if I turn off or not. Anyway, so it didn't seem as important because the crafting, you know, there was only really repairing involved. You didn't have to sort of make stuff in like in Skyrim. There's the alchemy, there's the smithing, there's the enchanting, and my enchanting has been very buggy. Just because you have to select 3 items to enchant something. Well, you enchant the item which enchant you want, and a soul. And it's been like sometimes it won't let me click on them for random reasons unless I click on them in a certain order. I just find it highly frustrating. The merchant, here's another really, really stupid thing. Merchants sell spell books, right? So it doesn't say, like, if you already know the spell, it doesn't say, are you sure you want to buy this? You already know the spell. You just have to try and remember if you have that spell or not. And then you buy the damn book, and it's not, you already know it, and there's like, it never sells back for the same amount. I know you have save points and you can go back, but that's just irritating. And same goes for enchanting. You have to disenchant to learn an enchant. So it doesn't, like, I ended up disenchanting stuff I was actually wearing, because when you're at the merchant, it has a little star next to what you're wearing, so you know that that's what you're wearing, and you probably don't want to sell what you're actually wearing. But when you go to the disenchant table, it doesn't have that little arrow next to it, so I ended up disenchanting stuff that I was actually wearing, and I had to go back to a previous save point, and yeah, so I find that clunky and unnecessary. I really do. So, now that's me finished with my Skyrim review. I am going to be at the post office very soon. I don't know if, I guess you can't really call it a real review, but it's my thoughts on Elder Scrolls Skyrim for PC. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.